Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day. Before we begin the video, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. General Hospital's Maurice Benard opens up about a mental health struggle and the true friends who helped him through it. Maurice Benard shares a personal story of battling anxiety and bipolar challenges while filming GH. He credits friends, co-stars, and family for their support during a mental health crisis. Vanessa Marcel, Steve Burton, Jonathan Jackson, and GH Frank Valentini played pivotal roles in his recovery. Benard emphasizes the importance of speaking out, releasing emotions, and leaning on support systems. His message highlights that strength comes from persistence and accepting help from others. General Hospital star Maurice Benard, Sonny, opened up about a very painful time in his life when he had to rely on friends during a mental health emergency. The actor, who normally interviews celebrity guests, took the opportunity to go it solo for a message on true friendship. The actor detailed a time when his wife, Paula, and son, Joshua, were away for 2 weeks on vacation in Europe. He explained that both Paula and Joshua were always able to talk him down or out of a bipolar episode. This was at a time when Maurice was deep into the storyline where Sonny was off his meds and acting erratically. The anxiety started ramping up, and I would wake up in the middle of the night shaking, and then I couldn't get back to sleep, the actor explained. The actor started going to doctor after therapist, when his daughter Kaylee told him to focus on going to just one. I was going to 5 or 6 different people. I was losing it. I have been through manic episodes, depression, and anxiety, but I knew that not sleeping. You can't win the fight if you are not sleeping. So that was what was scaring me the most. He went on to explain that a psychiatrist prescribed a medication, and the next morning, he was in really bad shape after taking it. I reached out to a friend, who always calls to ask how I am doing. He reached out to another mutual friend, who began praying for the actor. While he did not name his co-stars Steve Burton, Jason, and Jonathan Jackson, lucky, in that moment, he did thank them at the end of the video. It is just amazing the compassion that people have. The praying helped. After that, the actor visited another psychiatrist, who prescribed something that was detrimental too, so the actor decided to stop taking medication altogether. Boy, was that tough. The shaking, getting up at 3 or 4 in the morning. There were times I would not sleep at all because I did not want to have that feeling. I knew that was trouble. He went on to explain that one morning at 3 a.m., he called another friend, who continued to talk with him for over 3 hours, and also helped make calls to get him in to see somebody. That friend was Vanessa Marcel, who played Sonny's love, Brenda. It got to the point where he had to go to work, and there was no way he could go. He then turned his affection towards GH executive producer Frank Valentini, calling him the most generous, compassionate person. Benard noted that he had already been off for 2 weeks, but was heavily involved in the storyline, and explained that if he had not come back, the role would have been recast. He returned to work and had to shoot 8 shows in his first 2 days. It was a lot to undertake, especially after what the actor had been through in the previous weeks. He got through the first day, but then unloaded when he got home. After the first day I went home, and Paula and my son were there, and I just started going on a rant, crying and yelling. I am not a good father. I am not a good husband. I feel like a failure. Mental health is horrible, and I feel bad that I have to put you guys through all of this. At the end of the rant, Joshua said, "Dad, that was a great monologue. That was the beginning of me feeling better." He wrapped the podcast with words of wisdom. Listen to me, don't hold anything in. If you have to cry from the depths and yell from the depths, speaking the truth of how you feel, you need to let go. It is a release. Let it out. Whatever it is in us is ugly in the moment. Whether you think you can do it or you can't do it, and it has been true every time. Every time I say I can't do something, you can do it. You just have to keep moving forward. You are stronger than you know. Have you had experiences like Maurice went through, Or have you been a caregiver for someone who has? Is it helpful for someone who has a huge fan base to be open about their struggles? Sound off in the comments below. General Hospital's Maurice Benard has always been more than just an actor playing a beloved soap character. For decades he has embodied Sonny Corinthos, the mob boss with a heart, giving daytime television fans an inside look at the complexities of family, loyalty, and inner struggles. Yet off-screen, Benard has taken on a role that many argue is just as important, using his voice and his platform to talk about mental health, human connections, and the importance of friendship. His digital talk show State of Mind has become one of the most meaningful projects in his career, offering fans and fellow celebrities a space to dive into raw, authentic conversations. In a recent episode, Maurice opened up about what true friendship means to him, shining a light not only on his own journey, but also on how vital genuine bonds are in an industry that often feels competitive, isolating, and demanding. Over the years, Benard has emphasized the ups and downs of his personal life, from his battles with bipolar disorder to the relationships that have helped him survive both in Hollywood and in his private life. He has repeatedly credited his family, his General Hospital co-stars, and a small circle of lifelong friends as anchors. On State of Mind this week, Maurice's reflections on friendship felt especially poignant, resonating with fans who have seen him navigate triumphs and challenges. He noted that in a world dominated by social media and surface-level connections, true friends are the ones who show up when the cameras are off, when there's no applause, when the world feels silent. For Benard, friendship is not about constant praise or convenience, but about presence during both celebrations and storms. He recalled moments from his early career, when Hollywood success felt uncertain, and it was those unwavering relationships that kept him grounded. Maurice also tied his message to the experiences he's seen in the soap community. General Hospital is more than just a workplace to him. It is a family where bonds have been formed and tested over decades. His friendships with fellow castmates, including those who have come and gone, are examples of how trust and understanding can endure even when storylines change and contracts shift. In particular, Benard spoke about the colleagues who stood by him during his public conversations about mental health, people who encouraged him when he decided to launch State of Mind, and the fans who turned his vulnerability into a source of strength for themselves. The episode felt less like a typical celebrity chat and more like an invitation to rethink what friendship really means in modern times. True friends, Maurice argued, are those who listen without judgment, who do not compete but instead celebrate your success as if it were their own, who see your flaws but choose to stand beside you anyway. He admitted that fame can make building authentic friendships difficult because it attracts people who want something from you rather than people who want to give something to you. But despite that, he has learned to cherish the rare souls who prove themselves over time. Fans flooded social media after the episode aired, sharing their own stories of the friends who helped them through illness, loss, or hardship, echoing Benard's sentiments that real relationships can be lifelines. For many viewers, Maurice's words were not just inspiring but healing, because they came from someone who has been candid about his personal struggles. Unlike carefully curated Hollywood interviews, his show feels unfiltered, and this honesty allows people to connect with him on a deeper level. He explained that the inspiration behind his ongoing work with State of Mind is rooted in the belief that people need to see that they are not alone, and part of not being alone comes from building and maintaining true friendships. The actor also reflected on his decades in the soap industry, sharing that while General Hospital is known for its dramatic twists and betrayals, off-screen the cast understands the necessity of supporting each other. Benard pointed to friendships that have lasted 20 or even 30 years, something he believes is rare in Hollywood. He suggested that soap actors in particular develop stronger bonds, because they spend long hours together year-round, rehearsing, filming, and often carrying emotionally intense storylines. That shared experience builds a kind of trust that audiences may not realize exists behind the scenes. Maurice then dug into what friendship has taught him about himself. He acknowledged that he hasn't always been the perfect friend, but stressed that real relationships survive mistakes. Forgiveness and honesty, he said, are central to friendships that last, especially when dealing with the pressures of fame and personal battles. He described his closest friends as people who can call him out when needed, but who also lift him up when he feels weighed down. That honesty, even when uncomfortable, is what he values most. At a time when loneliness has become an epidemic, Benard's focus on friendship feels particularly relevant. His conversation struck a chord with viewers who may struggle to maintain connections in a fast-paced, digitally dominated world. Many fans took to online forums to discuss how the episode encouraged them to reach out to old friends or appreciate the people who had quietly supported them through difficulties. The ripple effect of Maurice's reflections shows how powerful it can be when public figures use their platforms to promote empathy and understanding. In addition to exploring personal friendship, Benard also acknowledged how these relationships impact mental health. Having true friends, he said, can mean the difference between despair and resilience. For someone like him, who has been open about his struggles with bipolar disorder, supportive friendships have been a cornerstone of his ability to keep moving forward. He praised his wife Paula for being his rock through the hardest times, reminding viewers that friendship within a marriage can be one of the strongest forms of connection. He also mentioned fans who have reached out to say that his openness gave them the courage to seek help or to lean on a friend in their own dark moments. State of Mind has become a safe place for these kinds of conversations. And the latest episode is one more example of how Maurice Benard continues to blend his celebrity with humanity. While he will always be remembered as Sonny Corinthos, the mobster who balances danger with love, his legacy may also include the way he redefined what it means for an actor to use his voice off-screen. By emphasizing true friendship, he is offering a blueprint for how people can build lives filled with more authenticity and less pretense. Fans are already speculating who his next guests will be and what other themes he might explore. But many agreed that his heartfelt talk about friendship may be one of his most impactful episodes yet. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our YouTube channel for more update news.